afternoon, everyone. What's going on? It's your boy Jamal. I'm bringing you guys another video today. I actually finally got a way to mount my camera in my car now, so I decided I'd test it out today. And then, you know, while I'm out and about, I decided to make a video on why you should daily drive a Z06. Now, as you guys all know, this is my only car. This is my daily. This is the only thing I drive. And a lot of people like to keep these in the garage. I'm not really sure why you would keep this in the garage, seeing that it's a really, really fun car to drive. So I just kind of want to go over my top reasons as to why you should daily drive this car, and then, you know, some negative stuff too. So first and foremost, this car is super fun to drive. It's got the power, it's got, you know, it's got the looks, and I really enjoy driving it daily, even with it being manual. It is a surprisingly comfortable ride, actually, even when it being this low to the ground. It's really smooth. The transmission is smooth, and it's a really nice car to drive daily. Really, even when I have passengers in the car, they're like, wow, they don't expect it out of a Z06. You know, it's like you think it'd be all stiff and bumpy and stuff, but it's actually really not that bad. Now, another thing I want to talk about is gas mileage. Now, this car actually gets decent gas mileage. Most of my driving is city, and I do some highway like 2 days a week, which on the highway it's amazing. It gets like 25 to 26 miles per gallon. And in the city, it's not even that bad. It gets like 17 to 19 miles per gallon, which actually was better than the Infinity I used to drive, surprisingly there. And yeah, it all just depends on how you drive. I mean, I like to rip it pretty much everywhere I go. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, if you can stay out of it and you're just cruising, you can get up to 19 miles a gallon in the city here, and then on the highway it's even more. I've seen it up to 30 sometimes when I'm just cruising about 65 miles an hour. So that's one thing I really like about this car. It actually does get better gas mileage than my old Infinity did, which was a V6, and this is a V8, obviously. Now, like I was saying, this car is actually pretty tame down low if you drive it. And then I also love the fact that it'll literally go 0 to 100 real quick when it comes to driving. So, like, for example, like I'm just cruising here at 30 miles an hour, drop it down in a second, and then just give it the full enchiladas, as Salamander would say. And you know, every time you do that, it really just brings a smile to your face, which is another thing I just love about this car. Now, another thing I like about this car is, I guess it could go really either way, is the fact that it gets everyone's attention. I really love just driving by and people, you know, looking over at my car, and I've had so many people pull up to me that are like, that, you know, say, they'll pull up right next to me, they'll roll the window down, they'll be like, hey man, that's a really nice car, I really love the way it sounds, and that's just something I'm not really used to, and I really appreciate that about this car. Alright guys, now my car's not really dirty, but I just wanted to stop off real quick and rinse it off real quick, do a little spot-free rinse. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to get back to the things that I don't necessarily like about this car. Talk about the things I don't like about daily driving this car. First and foremost would definitely be the ride height. This car is really low to the ground, not necessarily when it comes to like tire to fender gap, but I'm talking more of like the little rubber air dam thing that's underneath the bumper. It's really low to the ground. It probably sits maybe 2 inches off the ground, and it's just what scrapes everywhere you go. But thankfully with that, it's not a big deal because it's just a piece of rubber, so it really won't break off or anything. It just gets scraped up real bad. It's just kind of annoying because when you're pulling in somewhere, and like for example, like at a car meet, and like there's a lot of people outside, you know, looking and stuff, and you just scrape, and it just sounds so awful when you're pulling in somewhere. But I don't think that piece is very expensive to replace, so that's a good thing. And that's just one of the main things I say, or one of the main things that's kind of annoying about daily driving this car. Now, probably the next thing that would be pretty annoying about this car is the drone. It's not as bad with other exhausts, but with the exhaust that I have on here, the Billy Boat Bullet exhaust, the B&B, whatever you want to call it, It drones really bad at highway speeds, which when I go to school I take the highway, so like about 70 miles an hour, it's just like it drones really bad, which for me isn't a big deal, but other people could find, you know, a little bit annoying. Also, another thing about daily driving this car is visibility. Not so much frontward visibility, but blind spots. When you're checking your blind spots, there's these pillars that come up from the hardtop that where the seatbelts are, and they're just pretty wide. So it is kind of hard to see who's next to you and stuff when you're changing lanes. So that's why when I change lanes, I'll check my mirrors and I'll double check both way, or I'll double check whichever way I want to turn, and then I'll make the turn. And going right along with that is how small this car is. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but recently when I've been driving, the car is really small and low to the ground. So when people are merging, I guess they don't see me and they start coming over. And sometimes I have to tap on the horn just to make sure that I don't get hit. Which I don't know. I really haven't heard of any other Corvette owners having that problem. So I don't know what's going on. But maybe I'm just down in the south. People have big trucks and can't see me. But yeah, that's one thing about this car. Probably the last thing that really annoys me is the fact that there's no cup holders. Like, for instance, well, there is a cup holder. There's one cup holder, but it's really shallow. And when you're driving, everything just tends to want to fall over in it. So, like, right now I have my drink right here, and it's sitting in between my legs, and I'm holding it like that because if I put it in the cup holder and I, like, or for example, just turned or something, it would fall right out of that cup holder because it's so shallow. Now, I know there's aftermarket cup holder options for this car, so I might actually look into one of those, because even when other people are riding around with me, they just complain that, you know, there's like one cup holder and it doesn't even work that well. So yeah, guys, that's kind of it. I just wanted to really make a video describing the pros and cons of daily driving a Z06, and I even drive this thing in the rain. It's really not that big of a deal. It's a comfortable ride, and it can be nice if you really know how to just, you know, keep it under control, which I know is really hard to do in this car, but yeah, it's definitely doable. If you guys are looking into getting one of these cars as a daily, I would definitely say don't be shy. Go for it. It's a really fun car to drive, and I think you'd really enjoy it. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Please like, comment, subscribe, comment any questions you have. I'm usually pretty good about replying to the comments, so yeah, definitely leave a comment for me, and I'll try to reply to them. And definitely subscribe to the channel. I want to try to do a video at least once a week. And so if you want to stay updated on that, please definitely hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll see y'all later.